tell you what's garbage. Them policies, the last 4 years, it's a lot of garbage. If we being honest, just being real. What's going on, beautiful people? My brothers and sisters, them beautiful patriots around the world. One love, man. I got one love, man. I love y'all, and I hope everybody's having an amazing week. It's Thursday, 5 days now. Make sure you go out and vote. It got to be too big to rig, you know. Since they want to throw us in the trash can. Yeah. He said we're garbage. Hope fella. And our president pull up in the garbage truck. Amen. And he broke the internet yesterday, man. He broke everywhere. And just seeing CNN cut into that breaking news like that, man. That was everything, man. Let me see what them Patriots talking about before we get into this. Her policies are garbage. I'm not garbage. I have worked since 16 to support my family. I am now 78. I am independent, but will never vote for a Democrat ever again. Woo! Shout out to Martha, man. Love to Martha, man. Bless her and her family. Man, the comedian was joking. Biden wasn't. Yeah. She doesn't think we are garbage. She thinks we are Nazis. Oh boy. I can't wait to be unburdened by what has been. Yes, indeed, man. Make sure y'all go out and vote, man. The continues. The circus continues, man. But I want to see what a couple of y'all said. Go check out what the 5 had to say. To Biden calling Trump supporters garbage. So let's check it out, man. You know, I heard there was a couple good takes on here. So let's go and check it out, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And what do y'all think of all of this, man? You know, like I said, I think everything happens for a reason, man. And everything is just, I think there's something more, there might be another October surprise. It looked like October just been full of surprises. But it's been one campaign, I tell you, man, for President Trump, man. And I love that they put that that collage together that I showed in our last video of his mug shot, him going to McDonald's, you know, him pulling up in the garbage truck, him surviving an assassination attempt. You know, he has been through man, no president has been through what President Trump has been through, man. And there's a reason. There's a reason, man. Yes, indeed. Let's jump in.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jesse Waters. Hello, everybody. I'm Jesse Waters, along with Judge Janine Pirro, Harold Ford Jr., Dana Perino, and Tyrus. It's 5 o'clock in New York City, and this is the.
You know what? Okay, I'll be honest. I want to hear what Harold got to say on this. I want Harold to break it down to us. Hopefully, they start with Harold first.
Donald Trump lacing into Joe Biden for calling half the country garbage. America's bumbling commander-in-chief stepping all over Kamala's big closing argument night. So picture this. While VP Harris was outside on the ellipse giving her big speech, Joe Biden was inside the White House right behind her on a Zoom call with Latinos and giving Hillary's deplorables a run for its money by smearing millions of Trump supporters. Feast your eyes on this.
And just the other day, a speaker at his rally called Puerto Rico a floating island of garbage. Well, let me tell you something. I don't know the Puerto Rican that I know, or Puerto Rico, where I'm in my home state of Delaware. They're good, decent, honorable people. The only garbage I see floating out there is his supporters. His demonization of seen as unconscionable, and it's un-American.
Joe Biden knew he stepped on a rake, desperately posting on X to put out the political fire, saying that he
done dropped his ice cream and sprinkles all on the floor. Mr. President, there's sprinkles all on the floor, sir. Did you squeeze all that toothpaste out that tube, Mr. President?
was referring to a comic act at Trump's MSG rally. But the damage was done, and Kamala's running away faster than me when I make Tyrus mad.
He's so stupid.
First of all, he clarified his comments, but Let me be clear. I strongly disagree with any criticism of people based on who they vote for.
Do you sympathise with any voters who do feel offended by or insulted by the garbage company?
I am sincere in what I mean. When elected President of the United States, I will represent all Americans, including those who don't vote for me.
And Donald Trump sticking up for half the country, Biden thinks is trash.
Joe Biden's comments were the direct result of Kamala's and Tim Walz, you know who that is? His decision to portray everyone who isn't voting for them as evil or subhuman. Frankly, they've treated you like garbage. You know what? The truth is they've treated our whole country like garbage, whether they meant to or not, because they're grossly incompetent people, and they've destroyed our country. That makes deplorable look like baby stuff, right? You know what's worse than anything? Garbage. We're garbage. We're garbage.
Dana P., from a public relations perspective, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad is this?
I think it's really bad, and 1 to 10. It sort of depends on how you decide to play it. So, you could say, cheers, happy garbage day to all who celebrate and make fun of them and say, we get the joke. We know what's happening here. They wouldn't have been in this position if they hadn't spent the last 3 days complaining so much about a comedian's joke at the MSG rally. And then capitalizing on that, right? So Kamala Harris immediately, she was at a Puerto Rican restaurant in Pennsylvania when that comment was made at MSG. So they jump on it. She's doing media about it. They cut an ad about it, and they're off to the races. And then they get people in the Puerto Rican community in the entertainment field to pull their endorsement on Donald Trump, they're off to the races. And then this happens. I don't understand, why is he doing these things? He doesn't need to do any of these things.
You're saying Joe Biden's not strong in the Latino community?
Well, I just think also, why is he campaigning? And she's out there doing an event. It's not like you're doing a campaign event behind closed doors where nobody's going to see it. You're on the video.
It's a Joe, go in the room and close the door. Just go get into bed. We don't, we got a couple more days left, and we'll let you leave peacefully. Just go in there and close the door and get into bed.
Which makes the White House
That's what I tell
alteration of the transcript so horrible, because you can see it. And actually, the captions that come up when the president's speaking, the automatic captions, there's no apostrophe. Apostrophe? How do you know? Did you ask the president if there was an apostrophe? Or did you just if we say it's an apostrophe, then maybe we can get through with this. And then the tweet that you showed, that's not Joe Biden trying to clean that up. We know that he doesn't do his own tweets. That's the team saying, let's try to put this together and put it in a box. I thought Kamala Harris could have drop-kicked him a little harder on the tarmac, but it was one of her most forceful distancings from him. But I think that conservatives have been dealing with this for 8 years. We're still talking about deplorables. Mm-hmm. So this kind of a thing can pack a punch, and so I give it a 10.
A 10. We finally get the number. I believe it is definitely up close to a 10. You look like you're dying to say something, Tyrus.
Well, because I think old Corn Pop, was, because I know that endeared the Puerto Rican population when he told that wonderful story about Corn Pop that we cannot confirm or deny. This is starting to feel like, me and Judge were fighting for the same promotion, and Dana picked Judge. And so Judge is outside the 5 doing a press conference, and I'm inside here, and they wanted to interview me, but I don't get the cameras. I get apparently a guy around my height holding a phone down, trying to make him look skinny for some reason. I guess he was going to take selfies for Facebook afterwards. And he was just frustrated and mad, and he should be out there, not her. And that garbage term, just so you know, garbage used to be the strongest word you could use on television before you got into the cuss words. Mm-hmm. So garbage was the last line. So he was in the mind frame of he was still on TV, but he was on somebody's phone. So garbage, like in wrestling, when you piece of garbage, it's time to go. Mm-hmm. You got to roll up the sleeves and fight. But I think at this point, last week we were Hitler and Nazis. Now we're garbage. I think at this point, no one's brittle on our side.
Yeah.
Keep the names coming. We're going to keep the voting going. And you wouldn't be saying these things if it wasn't a complete blowout. So just keep calling names, but
It'll take time.
It just occurs to me that the White House press office should have said he meant garbage.
Yeah.
Sounds better.
This is the last thing Judge Janine, the Kamala Harris campaign needed right now. They were trying to stick the landing. You got a week to go, and this.
Well, you know, Joe Biden hasn't helped her at all. And we've talked about the fact that either there's a miscommunication between the Biden, the Obama, and the Kamala people not understanding each other's calendars, schedule.
Yeah, because Obama's, they just, 2 weeks ago, they went out there and just pissed everybody off. You're not going to vote for her because she's a woman? She grew up just like you, especially you black brothers. We're not going to do that. Y'all need to go out there and vote for this woman. What? What did Barry just say? And then his wife got up there and does the same thing. Why should we hold her to a higher standard? Well, I'll tell you, Big Mike. I'll tell you why we should hold her to a higher standard. It's just ridiculous, man. Bunch of frauds. The woman is incompetent, not qualified. DEI, didn't earn it. Can't complete a sentence. Word salads. Repeats the same thing. You watch one interview, you watch the next interview, same stuff. Nothing will change. Would you have done anything different than Joe Biden? No, nothing. I would have done nothing. And then he comes out there swaying in his shoes, don't know where he's at, and they ask him, hey, so Kamala, y'all, what's going on with you and Kamala? Y'all, how does this thing planned out these last 4 years? And has she had a major role into what y'all have done? And he goes out and says, yes, she played a major role. We've been he said this word for word. We were singing off the same song sheet. She's Joe Biden 2.0. He came out there and confirmed it. As much as she thinks she can run away from this, I'm not Joe Biden. He says, come back here. Yes, you is. Come back here. And y'all seen it. Y'all, I mean, everybody know, man. It's nothing new. But I'll tell you, they should have locked him up in a room this whole campaign. It's just been terrible, man. And now they're just making it worse. I think everybody that goes out there, they just make it worse for this lady, man. Because again, they're so Trump deranged. You know, when it comes to these surrogates, when it comes to her staff, they're so Trump deranged and have this Trump hatred. Bad man, orange man, dictator, racist, Hitler. Dictator on day one. You know, they're so Trump deranged. They can't control themselves. And it's all nothing but insults, man. Insults, insults, insults. And I tell y'all, I wear my MAGA hat proudly everywhere I go. Yeah. In the store, out in public, I drop the top. Yeah, I'm riding, baby. We got the fight, man. And I believe it's going to be too big to rig. Make sure you go out and vote. Go out and vote, man. It has to be too big to rig. I want to see them results the same night.
Whether it was stepping on each other when they were talking about the strike, you know, the resolution of the strike until January, or talking about the hurricane, or talking about any one of a number of things. But, you know, I think for most Americans or most Republicans or conservatives, this isn't a mistake. This is just another time that they name called us, okay? It started with deplorables, and then we were racist, and then we were Nazis, and then we were fascists, then we were extremists. Now we're garbage. Under Obama, we're the, you know, rednecks who cling to God and guns and all that stuff. They've done nothing but trash us. Us, the supporters of Donald Trump. So when Donald Trump says something like, you know, they're not just coming for me. They're coming for you. This makes it eminently clear that after they get him, they're coming for us, because that's how little they think of us. And if you listen to what he said, and I listened to it like 3 times, there's no question he's talking about supporters, plural. He didn't mention the comedian. He didn't mention that guy. It was plurals. And, last night, and we'll talk about this in the next block, when they're trying to make themselves joy unity, think about Joe Biden. Joe Biden is the one who had Donald Trump in the bullseye a week before Trump was shot. And, last week it was lock him up. So they despise us, and it's really scary.
Good to be with you.
Good to be with you, Joe.
It's been a while. Happy to be back around the table. Tyra, it's good to see you. I saw
Always a
Dana
pleasure.
last couple of days. Look, I give people space to clarify and apologize. I give Democrat, Republican alike. I think it was an unfortunate thing that President Biden said the way he said it, and I was glad he clarified it. I thought politically, Dana, your point about and what the vice president did to strongly disagree with him. This is the first time she's disagreed with President Biden publicly. This was an important moment. I think had she not done that, and I believe she's telling the truth, and I think she had to do it. I think I've seen some coverage of it saying this is a sister soldier moment for her back when President Clinton did what he did in the race in '92. I think it was politically, at a time in which your campaign is about bringing people together and about bringing seats to the table for everyone. If she didn't do this, I think some of the criticism, if not all the criticism, Judge, in the way you described it, I think would be warranted. So I'm proud that she did that. 2, we should be clear. The joke that the comedian told was just an awful joke. I would not have described it the way that President Biden did, but it was an awful joke. And I think even President Trump has said he didn't even know the guy, doesn't know the joke, and has tried to distance himself in the way that he only knows to distance himself. Finally, it's amazing. We're 6 days out, and this is what we're talking about. I think both campaigns, the positive ending, I think, can still happen. If you're President Trump, 2 things I'd advise you to do, and I pray you don't take my advice, but I would invite Nikki Haley to campaign with me, and I would remind people of the things that you think that you did so great 6-7 years ago. And if
Oh wow, what do y'all think of that? What do y'all think? They should have had Harold start this off to begin with. Oh man, it gets real spicy. Little seasoning in there. Oh boy, what y'all feel about that, man? What them Patriots feel about that right there?
If you're Kamala Harris, you make the case that President Trump told everybody that if Joe Biden and I won in 2020, the country would enter a depression, when in fact we have more jobs, we have more cures, we have more energy and more wealth than we've ever had as a nation. And I think we can do better if you elect me. Let's end on something positive here as opposed to all of the vitriol and the negative.
Wow, it must be a 10 because Harold spun like a madman right there, Harold. You just praised
Elegant.
Kamala.
He was elegant, Jesse. You're not going to do that.
He just
praised Kamala Harris for distancing herself from Joe Biden. Really?
Well, I gave.
What else was she supposed to
Joe
say?
Biden,
I told
Joe
y'all.
Biden the space to if Joe
She could
Biden
have
said,
said
you
she
know
was
what,
born in middle
I
class
meant it.
now.
I think that people. Then I
Told y'all we should have started off with Harold. I told you. It always gets a little Oh Harold. Like them beautiful Patriots say, you just can't make this up.
would say no, but he gave him. You got to give people space to grow. You got to give people space to any and everybody. You give me space.
I give you space, right?
But that's it. We all have to give each other space to
Come on, she's been
apologize
in
and
the White
clarify.
House
Let's all
for
give each
4
other
years.
space, Harold. We'll hold hands and then we'll make love.
Safe space.
I didn't go that
Coming
far.
up, click here.
Oh man, I tell you, man. Yeah. What a spicy one, huh? What do y'all think of that, man? What do y'all think of that? You know? But we are 5 days out, man. You know, 5 days out, man. Right now, everybody's thanking Joe Biden, man, and everybody else making it easier for Trump. It's a disgrace, man. You know, people are sick of this crap, man. You know, you got a sitting president. You know. But I love how Trump pulled up in the garbage truck, man. I love it. I love how Trump pulled up in that garbage truck, man. What that good? What that? Can we pull it up? Let's pull that garbage truck up, man. Let's pull it up. Hey, where is the volume at? Can we get the volume? Please, can we get the volume? I cannot find anyone with the volume on there. Let me see. Wait, maybe y'all got it muted. Okay, there we go. There we go, y'all.
This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden.
Yeah. Trump has had an amazing campaign this year, y'all. But we just did a video on this too. Make sure y'all go check it out, man. Strong. Right now trending is they're attacking us, insulting us once again, but now it's to the women. So her surrogate, Kamala's surrogate, Mark Cuban, went on The View and said this.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple. Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple.
So make sure you go check that. We did a whole video on this. Make sure you go check it out. This is trending right now as I'm recording this. So yeah. But let me know what y'all think of all this, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.